Forget about oil and gas. The future belongs to critical minerals, and Canada is poised to be the world's supplier. With vast reserves of these essential elements, Canada has a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to transform its economy and influence global affairs. Join us as we uncover Canada's secret weapon and explore how it could change the course of history. Smartphones, electric cars and renewable energy, they all rely on critical minerals. But what are critical minerals? Lithium, cobalt and graphite, these aren't just fancy scientific terms. They're the building blocks of our high-tech future. From the phone in your pocket to the electric car you dream of driving, critical minerals make it all possible. And here's the kicker. Canada is sitting on a gold mine of these game-changing resources. Now you might be asking, why do these minerals matter so much? Well, the world is shifting towards green technologies like never before. From electric cars that need batteries to wind turbines that power our homes, critical minerals form the backbone of almost every modern tech. For instance, lithium is used extensively around the world to produce batteries, glass and ceramic. Cobalt is used in jet engines, batteries and hydrogen fuel cells. Graphite is used in lithium-ion batteries, vital for powering everything from mobile devices to electric vehicles. As the demand for these minerals rises, so does the power of the countries that are supplying them. This is why every country is betting strongly on these minerals, and Canada is one of them. Canada is a country with an abundance of these resources. Canada isn't just lucky to have vast deposits of minerals such as lithium, cobalt and graphite. It's also strategically positioned to play a pivotal role in the global supply chain. These minerals are scattered across its vast, diverse landscapes, from British Columbia to Quebec, giving it a natural edge in the mining sector. Did you know that Canada has identified 31 minerals as critical? This isn't just about having a variety of resources, it's about being a top producer on a global scale. For instance, Canada leads the world in the production of potash and ranks 5th in nickel and graphite production. It's also the only Western country with significant reserves of lithium and cobalt, key ingredients in battery technology. Overall, the country produces over 60 different minerals. But geology is just the beginning. Over the decades, Canada built a robust mining sector supported by a strong legal framework and a commitment to research and innovation. This foundation was crucial as the global shift toward green technology began to take off. Recognizing the growing importance of these minerals, the Canadian government, along with the private sector, ramped up efforts to explore, develop, and market their resources effectively. In 2021, the mining industry in Canada contributed over $125 billion to the national GDP. But Canada's strategy goes beyond just mining these minerals. We are talking about Canada's collaboration with Indigenous communities. Canada is home to the Indigenous communities of the First Nations, Inuits and Métis. Since these communities are spread across places rich in critical minerals, Canada partners and collaborates with Indigenous people. This is a win-win situation for the country's economy and the Indigenous people. The country gets economic growth and energy security from the mining sector, and Indigenous people get employment, business, and ownership opportunities. In fact, the mining sector is the second largest private sector employer of Indigenous people. From employing cutting-edge technologies that minimize environmental impact to engaging with local communities to ensure that mining benefits are felt widely, Canada is not just extracting minerals, it's setting standards. Government investments in infrastructure and innovation are ensuring that the mining sector remains competitive and prepared for future demands. This proactive approach can make Canada a global force in critical mineral mining. Currently, the global critical mineral landscape is dominated by China. The Asian country is the largest producer of many critical minerals. It accounts for 70% of global graphite mining and 68% of rare earth elements mining. China also leads the way in the processing of several critical minerals. It processes more cobalt, lithium, graphite, copper and rare earth elements than any other country does. The dominance of countries like China in the critical minerals market is a growing concern. With most of the world's supply coming from a single source, the risks of supply disruption are significant. Canada's role therefore becomes crucial. By offering an alternative source of these essential minerals, Canada can help diversify the global supply chain, reducing dependence on any single country and enhancing global security. Guess what? Canada is already into it. In its budget commitments for 2021 and 2022, Canada mentioned its investments in processing and refining facilities, research, and other aspects of its critical minerals value chain. It announced a $79.2 million commitment to mineral exploration to identify deposits better. It has also committed $144.4 million to research and development and for creating the next generation of resource technology. It doesn't stop here. These investments are just a small part of Canada's path forward, and the path is laid on Canada's critical minerals strategy. Launched in December 2022, the strategy aims to increase Canada's supply of critical minerals to support a green and clean economy. This strategy can help Canada on both global and domestic scales. On a global scale, it is aimed at promoting climate action and environmental protection, while also enhancing global security and international partnerships. Domestically, Canada also wants to boost economic growth and strengthen its bond with Indigenous people. Now you might wonder, what is Canada doing to achieve these goals? Well, a lot. Canada is focusing on 6 critical minerals, which are lithium, nickel, graphite, copper, cobalt, and rare earth elements. It plans to boost processes from several fronts. It plans to streamline its regulatory and permanent processes to reduce the time it takes for mining projects to get permission to operate. Today, new projects need federal and provincial approval. But that will change as Canada plans to run the permitting and environmental steps together. Currently, these processes take between 12 and 15 years. After these changes, it can be reduced to merely 5 years. That's a difference of almost a decade. Canada is also offering an investment tax credit, called the CMETC, of 30% to investors if they invest in certain mining projects related to 15 of the 31 listed critical minerals. Moreover, it's also funding infrastructure projects. Ottawa is investing heavily in domestic battery factory projects of leading global companies. The Canadian government is offering $5 billion worth of loan guarantees to Indigenous people to encourage them to invest in new and existing mining projects. Canada seems to be all set to achieve all its aims, right? Well, not really. According to a 2024 survey by KPMG, 98% of Canadian mining leaders feel they need more support from the government to truly flourish. Decarbonisation seems to be a major challenge, as only 23% of surveyed companies have made formal commitments to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. Then there are international challenges too. Canada is not the only country aiming to become a leader in critical mineral mining. It faces stiff competition from the US. Australia, which is the largest producer of lithium, is another competitor. However, even with these challenges, Canada enjoys a silver lining. It has a great combination of resources, mining infrastructure, sustainable technology, and much needed environmental, social, and governance measures in place. These resources and advanced capabilities can make Canada a leading performer on the world stage. But will Canada lead the way and become a global power? We'll see. What do you think? Can Canada rise as a leader in critical mineral mining soon? Tell us in the comments. Meanwhile, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos we have lined up for you. See you in the next video.